Hello and welcome to the Star Citizen News, looking at the headlines from the Star Citizen community over the last week. Today is Monday the 26th of October, and as patch 1.3 alpha has been released, that's what we're going to talk mainly about, and we're going to go over some of the major changes there. Patch 1.3 represents the merging of all the dev streams into a single stream. It is the foundation and framework for all future patches. This is actually a huge step in the game's development. So firstly, some of the controls have changed and there's been some additions to the UI. There's an improved chat menu, press 12 to toggle the chat menu, and then press left alt and space to toggle on the UI cursor. That will allow you to have a cursor that you can interact with that chat bar with. The new default for the contacts list is now F11, and remember when adding a friend it's the handle that you want to add. The loadout selector replaces the F6 to change loadout in your hangar. You can go up to it, press F to interact with that. Augmented reality or the Moby glass has been moved to the F10 hotkey. Another useful command is left alt and enter. That will toggle off full screen mode and windowed mode. Pressing insert will go into third person, and then now pressing shift and G will turn the camera into free look mode. When flying in your ship, you'll notice some changes immediately as well. Look ahead mode is now on by default. This is where when you move the mouse, your pilot will attempt to look slightly further in that direction or lead with his head. If you press right alt and M, you can toggle that mode on and off. Some people hate it, some people really like it. Left control and G will now toggle gimbal lock, whereas left control and C is still toggle relative and interactive mode. Control and F is the new way to disembark your ship, not just F anymore, so once you've landed, Control and F and you'll get out of your ship. There's a new area to explore in ArcCorp in the social module. Some of the lighting effects have been updated quite heavily, including quite awesome pew pew laser effects. There's new emotes as well, and there's even buggies in ArcCorp now to drive around. And there have been massive balance changes across the board too. So pretty much all the weapons have changed in some way, but the more sweeping changes, lasers are considerably more accurate, and as I said earlier, amazing pew pew laser glow effects and lighting effects. Shield penetration for ballistic weapons has been reduced from 70% to 60%, that's actually quite a big change. Ballistic weapons have received a corresponding buff to their potential range, so they can hit targets that are a lot further away. Shields and ship hulls have lots of increased health. Combat lasts for a lot longer now in general. Missiles have a lot of changes and countermeasures have been buffed, but overall, missiles are a lot less effective than they used to be. Reduced the power plant in the Super Hornet by around 25%. This makes the selection of its weapons more meaningful. Also, the glaive and scythe have had both the ship and the weapons made more effective, so I'd expect to see them a lot more competitive now. And there's some new weapons and items to purchase or rent from the shop. A size 4 combine ballistic cannon. This fires shells in a burst of 3, bum bum bum, and knocks a target around like a ragdoll if it hits it. It's big ammo. This kind of kinetic impact can really take an opponent out of a dogfight even if you just clip them once with it. There's also a size 2 Strife mass driver available, and the size 4 mounts for that combine ballistic cannon are available for the Cutlass and the Hornets. In the description I've linked to the full stats and numbers of all the weapons and equipment in 1.3 so you can get a better idea of how everything has changed and what weapons pair well with each other. You typically want weapons with a similar ammo speed though, so that the pips align when you're in combat. And if you use a user.cfg, it is worth updating it for the 1.3 alpha, as some of the values have changed. I'll link my user.cfg guide and downloads in the description. And if you have any problems with ships not loading or constant crashes, first try deleting your user folder, and then, if that doesn't work, try verifying your files. Wanted to talk briefly about Extra Life. Extra Life is a 24-hour gaming marathon for charity, raising money for hospitals for sick and injured children. This year it's held on the 7th of November, but streamers and donators can get involved anytime they want. And our very own WTFosaurus raised $860 on his 24-hour live stream on Saturday the 24th of October, which is amazing. And a massive thanks to everyone that turned up and donated, and a special thanks to Clifford, Disco Lando, and Sandy Gardner for donating a Freelancer, Endeavour, and a Carrack for giveaways on the night. Now, if you know any other Star Citizen streamers, or even any other good streamers that are doing anything for Extra Life, then please feel free to link them in the comments below, especially if you have times and dates that they're doing that as well. I'll check them out, and I hope the rest of you guys will check them out as well. Extra Life is a really great cause, guys, and you guys are literally the best community I've ever been in. Links in the description if you want to get involved. It's never too late. Star Citizen Alpha 2.0 development update. Every week there are less and less blockers to release both Star Marine and Star Citizen Alpha 2.0, and as 2.0 is the next major release coming to the PTU and then the live servers, that will be the focus this week. Ships are now able to operate in large chunks. For example, you can blow a constellation into two pieces and have them both functioning to some degree. This is a huge breakthrough. They are still working on some issues with the EVA system, though the AI and ship systems work is going extremely well. This will allow for more dynamic encounters and a better multi-crew experience. There are now very, very few blockers to the 2.0 release, and after a quick polish, I would expect the release to the PTU for 2.0 to be at the end of November, hopefully earlier, but I'm a pessimist with timeframes. Notes from the verse. This is where I take a selection of other little news chunks and nuggets and regurgitate them directly back at your face holes. This Wednesday is the RTV or Reverse the Verse special again on live stream. It's referred to as a subscriber live stream. Now anyone can watch it, but they only take questions from the subscribers. There's more details about the anniversary sale. Between the 19th and 26th of November will be the anniversary sale week. Now on the 19th, we'll have a live stream, which will be pretty awesome. We'll get to see some more of the game's progress and that sort of stuff. Limited ships will be on sale again, so you might be able to pick up a 350R, for example. They said that there's possibly going to be a new ship for sale. I'd expect the Crucible, but it might be something else, who knows. We'll also have 20% off physical merchandise during that sale, and we may even get the opportunity to buy the odd Idris or Javelin, who knows? There was some anger about the P-72 Archimedes. In Around the Verse, it was described as a racer, which invoked some rumblings in the community. This was said as the latest renders and concept art they had just seen for it were of it drag racing, basically, against some other ships. But they have since clarified this. It's going to be faster and more luxurious than the P-52, and it's likely to have 4 size 1 weapons. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see a full or at least more in-depth review of the week, please check out our weekly review. I'll put a link in that in the description again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really does help us, and I will see you in the verse.